Here we go, from low speed all the way through. Hi, this is Raj from Sportscars. In this video I'm going to be driving this beautiful 991 Gen 1 Carrera 2S 7-speed manual, and it's mainly, this video is mainly about this very special feature on this car, which is this £12,000 titanium exhaust made by Akrapovic, and the sound it makes really elevates the experience of driving this, and I want to try and demonstrate that. Yes, it's £12,000, but it just makes this a completely different car. That normally aspirated engine apparently is improved by 18 horsepower. The weight at the back is reduced by a shocking 9 kilos by fitting titanium parts all the way from the catback, and also it's fully switchable, and it actually makes the car more responsive as well. It's more free revving as well. So I want to try and demonstrate that in this video. So I'm going to take it for a drive and talk, and hopefully you'll hear the sound of this beautiful 400 horsepower, well, just over 400 horsepower, 3.8 litre flat 6 Porsche 911 coupe. Okay, so I am just setting off in this beautiful 991 Carrera 2S. This video is mostly about this beautiful exhaust which is on this car, which is the £12,000 titanium slip-on exhaust system. So the slip-on bit means that it basically slips on to all of the original catalytic converters. It's what's known also as a catback system, so basically it doesn't interfere with any of the engine diagnostics, the pre and post cat sensors. All of that is retained, so you don't get any horrible warning lights or anything, engine warning lights, EMLs, because all of the running of the car is unaffected by this exhaust. However, there is a freer flowing, lower resistance and more vocal titanium system, all made by Akrapovic, however you say it, Akrapovic, very famous for their motorbike exhausts, and in this car it completely transforms it. They claim that it will increase horsepower by around, I think it's 14 horsepower, something like that, and it reduces 9 kilos from unsprung weight, which makes a huge difference to how it feels, because you're reducing the weight right at the back of the car. So it does make it feel more responsive as well. They say it's freer revving, and I do agree with that. And it's a great base to actually build and slip on that exhaust, which is the 991, which is sort of between 1.4 1.5 tons, 400 horsepower. So it's got over 400 horsepower now, and in normal mode it's absolutely brilliant. It's very close to the standard exhaust, slightly more growly, I'd say. Let me just open the window for a second. I don't know if this is going to interfere with the sound too much, so you can hear it in normal. It's very docile actually, I'd say, considering it's got over 400 horsepower. So I'll do this bit just with it in normal. I'll just show you the switch actually. So the last owner had it installed. So this is the Akrapovic switch. So this is lit up in white
when it's in normal mode, and then when you press that button it will then go red, and that means it opens the valves at the back of the car. All through, I think it's Bluetooth technology, and it's powered by the 12-volt socket. You can actually get these as a keyring button, which can be paired to this device as well, even after the fact. And that also can be mounted on the dashboard somewhere where you want it easy to reach. Last time I was very happy with just having this in the 12-volt socket, just in the passenger footwell, and you can just sort of reach around and press it on. So I'm just going to put it back in there. So this is a beautiful Carrera 2S, rear-wheel drive, as I said, 400 horsepower, 4-seater. Well, it's really a 2+2 coupe, and it's got the quite rare 7-speed manual gearbox. Porsche put 7 speeds on the 991 so that it had a decent throw and also a decent amount of involvement. It wasn't too long geared between gears, so that the 6th was a decent overdrive to get the emissions down. On this car, 7th is very much an overdrive. In fact, top speed is actually quoted by Porsche as being in 6th gear, not 7th. 7th is more an overdrive to keep the revs down when you're on the motorway. And that's where I think the 981 platform misses out when you do get the manual, is you've got this fantastic 6-speed manual gearbox, but the gears are very long because 6th needs to be sort of an overdrive. I'm just going to enable that exhaust. So immediately you can hear it's more gruff. And it's so much louder. Even on partial throttle. On downshifts it also, you can hear it cackling and popping. I think it sounds very much like a Ferrari. I mean, it just sounds like an absolute hooligan. I'm going to switch it off again so you can just hear the difference. Actually, let me just check. Have I actually... Yeah, I've switched it off now. See, it doesn't spit and cackle. So what it's doing is basically partially bypassing that set. There's a center silencer. There's 2 silencers on the sides, which are constructed from titanium on this system, and then a center silencer. And what it does is it bypasses that center silencer on demand. But also the acoustics of those those side silencers is also completely changed from the standard system. So it does sound much more throaty, as well as obviously having those performance and weight gains. So it still sounds very tuneful, but it's a lot more composed. And yeah, actually I like it in quiet mode as well. Really do like it in quiet mode. This car just performs so beautifully. It's got switchable sports suspension PASM, which is standard on S models. This has got the numeric short shift kit. So the throw is actually very, very good as well. Very direct, very full of feel. We turn the exhaust back on. Yeah, it's gone red. And I'll just floor it now. Oh, it's just such a beautiful sounding exhaust. Absolutely beautiful system. It absolutely looks stunning as well. It's got like a lovely sort of gold sheen to it rather than being stainless silver. It's got a lovely finish to it, and then it's got the logos of the manufacturer on the tailpipes as well on both sides, just in black, quite subtle, but it really is a fantastic addition. If you've got a 991, you absolutely love it, but you want to make it more ferocious. Yes, this is a very expensive exhaust, £12,000, but my God, it's really, if you've got a car that's a keeper, I would get this system, because it is just elevates the whole experience. just makes you feel like you're driving something even more special than it already is. And the Carrera S is already a very special car. The 991s particularly, I just absolutely love because of this whole naturally aspirated setup. No twin turbochargers or things like that to sort of diffuse and sort of synthesize the experience. You feel every inch of throttle pedal. You don't feel it suddenly surge up with the turbochargers kicking in like you do with a 3-litre twin turbo. The balance is perfect. You can judge how you're going around corners fantastically, so precisely. You just feel it's such a rewarding drive, one of these cars. And then this exhaust is just, yeah, another level of interplay that makes it very intoxicating. And when you're driving down the road with the exhaust wide open, people look at it because they can't quite distinguish the sound of it, because it doesn't quite sound as standard Porsche. It sounds much more exotic with that exhaust, even at low speeds. And I will open the windows when we get to the slow parts that I'm driving to now, and you'll hear just how the fuel lights just flashed up now. That's kind of inevitable. Here we go, from low speed all the way through. Wow, what a drive. I love heeling and towing these cars as well. So easy to do with the floor mounted throttle. The brake pedal's exactly where you need it to be, even with quite clunky trainers that I've got on. It's very easy to do, and it's so rewarding, especially with the sounds that are coming through. Let me open the windows a bit. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. That sounds unbelievable. You feel a bit naughty, I'd say, driving this car through a town with the exhaust open, because it is just oh wow, yeah, such a special exhaust. Other dealers may well have stripped this exhaust off, sold it separately, but I think this car is such a fantastic combination. I would never strip parts off of cars like that, because I believe that even if they're aftermarket and owners put their own stamp on it, and I want to show that. I want to show through the history what the car lived through and had on it. And it seems such a shame when dealers do sort of rape and pillage a car for its parts to make extra money. That's insane. Even at the speed limit through a town, it just sounds crazy. Let me open the windows properly. Thank you. This bit's going to be quite loud as I just come into a national speed limit area. Wow. Unbelievable. What an unbelievable drive. Ooh, that's definitely got the adrenaline pumping. Absolutely sensational. Well, I hope you found this video useful, demonstrating this £12,000, I can't believe I'm saying that, £12,000 titanium exhaust. And it's not even the whole exhaust, so it's original manifolds, original cats, but it really does make a difference. And you might say, well, 12k is a huge amount of money, but if you're keeping one of these cars for life, then investing in a £12,000 exhaust now and running it for 12 years, yeah, yes, it's about £1,000 a year, but honestly, the added experience of that exhaust and how it makes you feel, I think it's worth it. That's where I'm going to end this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions about this exhaust, about aftermarket exhausts, please don't hesitate to comment below. Please do like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.